Hey, welcome back. I'm going to be drawing, I'm going to be inking Q, the Question, from DC's universe. Gotta love this character. Stick around. Alright, get this guy out of the way. So if you're not familiar with Q, or the Question, I'll bring you up to date. He's DC's conspiracy theorist. Best done, I think, in the animated series Justice League. It's where I fell in love with the guy. They picked the best voice talent for him. They gave him the best stories. It was Justice League Unlimited. He showed up where they did a whole bunch of the DC characters that you don't see often enough. And boy, they did a good job with Q. So I started liking the character from there. I'm going to be using my brush pen, which I haven't used in a little while, just to see how it feels to use it again. It's going to be real quick. I don't think I'm going to try to be too perfect on this one. It's really more a matter of getting used to the brush pen again and having a piece of Q, because I just like the character. Yeah, he's the character that Rorschach from The Watchmen was kind of modeled after. Alan Moore says, he was trying to do a whole bunch of the characters from that old line of comic books when he did The Watchmen. Solar, the Man of Adam, Gold Key. I think this was the brand of characters. I could be wrong. Yeah, this brush pen is really, really nice. I like that you can change the thickness depending on how you push down. I swear this is what, or something like this, is what Bill Larson was using when he did Calvin and Hobbes. You get a real economy of line. Yeah, so drawing these things, if you've got a problem where you think that your lines are just very sketchy, they don't really flow very well, it could be that you're not moving your whole arm. If you see on these larger swoops that I'm going to be doing, you really do have to move your whole arm. So think about that when you're doing these, when you're doing your drawing. If that's a thing that you're seeing, like I just can't see it. Hatch, sketch. Nope, you want flow. You're not going to be able to get flow just by moving your wrist. Let me go ahead and put it in fast motion at a certain point if I decide that I'm just rambling. But at the same time, I'm doing YouTube too. I can ramble at you guys. You might like the ramble. I'm not really sure. How's everybody doing this morning? Nobody's sleeping in, I hope. You don't get anything by sleeping in, except for, well, I guess rested. You can get rested. Whoa, went really deep on that. I am going to turn the picture to make some of these happen a little bit easier on my wrist. Yeah. So he has no face. If you don't know who Q is, the question is, he has no face. Actually, I'm going to see if I can't slip some clips of the question from the animated series into this video, if YouTube will let me. They may not. Don't be mad. You can look it up yourself. Stuff happens. Now I'm doing like a slump shoulder, intentionally slump shoulder version of him, kind of seeing how much Mike Mignola I can get into my style. Because I love me some Mike Mignola. He does stuff with inking that I can only dream of. Well, I guess I don't have to just dream. I can practice and I'll get there. I don't want to ape the guy. I just want to pay tribute to him. No, seriously, I really do like Hellboy. I actually was reading Mignola way back when he did the Hulk, and I remember the first time I saw it, I was like, who is this guy? I can't stand this art. It's so different. And then he did Cosmic Odyssey for DC. And I was like, oh my god, this different is the best different I've ever seen. So I don't know if something happened as I got older that I came to appreciate, artists who were different, like Bill Sienkiewicz um, and Mignola. Frank Miller's art too. The first time I saw it, I was like, oh, I can't read it. I can't find out where. I can't see where anything is. Because at the time I was such a huge fan of John Byrne and George Perez, and those very clean, distinct, crisp artists. But over time, and I don't think it took that long, I started to appreciate those guys who could do something different with their style and do. I think again it was economy of line. Mignola certainly used the shade, the darkness to his advantage. I think for Miller it was like an economy of line and not trying to draw every piece and letting the brain finish the picture, which is, it's really an awesome thing to be able to do. There was a guy I used to work with when I was over in Australia who would show up at our figure drawing sessions. We have a model come in. He would come in and draw like 4 lines and get the figure, the form just perfect. And that would be the end of the whole drawing, just 4 lines. He used to make me so angry. The guy was super talented. I'm not even sure where in the world he lives today. Malenko, if you're out there listening. Miss you, buddy. Certainly am just jealous of your work. Alright, coming to the end of the very... See how quick it goes with the brush pen? You don't have to do that, ink it once, then ink it twice, and ink it, and then do the dark inks. Like all that goes away when I use this pen. That doesn't mean I'm going to keep on using it, but it does make things go faster. Will I color you? I don't know that I will, but I think I am going to play with some darks. Maybe get the fat pen out. See what happens. This is, again, that thing I talked about where the ability to take risks, make mistakes, and learn from them and be okay with them. That's a huge part of, it's a huge mindset that you have to get into if you're going to be an artist. It's not, there's certainly those times where you're trying to hit your deadlines and paying attention to details that have to be in because that's what the editor asked for. I get that. But at the same time, you do need to be able to take some risks. I could hedge my bet by getting my pencils out. I don't want to turn this into Rorschach. I could get my pencils out and kind of block off the areas that I expect are going to have to be dark, and that would be the proper thing to do. But I'm just sketching this morning. I don't think I want to get myself all bogged down with that level of process today. It's just supposed to be a quick sketch. I don't generally leave the Sharpie as the last line that I draw. So after I do Sharpie, I'll try to come along the edges. I'll show you what I mean. I always like to leave a little bit of rim light. That's probably a stylistic thing, obviously. Frank Miller don't need no rim light. Mignola don't need no rim light. Jeff Outlaw likes rim light. Oh yeah, so much nicer. I don't know why I don't do like darker inks more often. It always looks so much nicer. Where I would not have light is where the arm passes over, right? So that's the shadow of that arm. Making sure I don't go off the edge and stay in my desk. Yeah, once again, if this is a piece of art that you'd like, and I wonder if this is going to happen every time I draw now, as soon as people see the video, they're like, oh, send them an email. Or that would be awesome if I ever get to that point. I don't know that my art's going to be that so but if you like this, you like the picture Q question, and you big fan maybe, and maybe I should ask you to, instead of the first person who sends in, you know what? I'll send to the first person who sends in because it's not going to be that many. But in the future, maybe I'll do give me a reason why you should have it. But first person sends in. If you do want to send why, that's cool too. But if you like the piece enough that you'd want to display it somewhere in your house, shoot me an email and I'll mail it to you, because I've got more art sitting in cupboards here than I know what to do with. And at one point, I'm going to do a giveaway of those extra octopus books that I've got that the printer mistakenly printed them in black and white, so I have a whole stack of the Ochoverse number 3 that are in black and white that I don't have any use for. So I'll have to give those away at some point too. Then my mailing bill will be nice. Actually, I plan those Ochoverse books to fit into the 6x9 envelope to keep the cost of shipping down. Yeah, that was all intentional. Part of the plan. Gotta trust the plan, right? Yeah, see, this is working because it looks like it's a shadow of his head. So I don't know if I want to get too dark on that side. Ground. The humans come on the ground. Oh yeah. Oh, they might be Giants fans. Fingertips. Where are you now? I think they're still performing, from what I understand. Some friends went and saw them in concert in Pittsburgh not that long ago. Good on them. Around a long time. All right. Me. Probably right inside there. I'm trying to look at this in terms of composition too. Like where too much dark, so pull my eye away from the areas that I want people to look at, which in case of this drawing, I think I want to bring them up to the face. So this could have been more darker down there than we even have already. Let me clean up the edges here. Yeah, this is about 12 minutes already. A bit more with the bumper. See if I can finish in 15. Or I'll tell you what, why don't I jump into fast motion? That's not a bad idea. Be back in a bit. Bam. Actually, not just bam. Maybe I got the markers. Why don't I just use the markers and put some shade in there, right? That makes sense to me too. Let me give it a second to dry, and I'll take out the pencils and then I'll hit them with the markers. All right, let's get into some ink in here, or some markers. I've taken all the pencil lines off, and let's try not to slow down so much there, Q. Keep it in place. Actually, I can't do that because I'm going to go down. Let's start from the bottom. I seem to get better success when I work dark to light. So, do down here. And again, I was trying to draw everybody up to the face. So I'm going to come down, use the number 5, darkest that's not black, down here. Now the gloves are black gloves, but they're also leather. So when I do the gloves, I want to still leave a spot. I mean, to get that leather look right, you have to have a high contrast, shiny spots. So we'll do something like that. And this one down here with that knuckle shine and knucklehead. That can go over dark. That can go mostly dark. Bam, bam. Bam, bam. I miss you, Flintstones. I think what I tend to forget with markers is I'm not trying to capture the color. I'm supposed to be capturing the value, which is not the same as color, right? So though I use this number 5 down here at the bottom of the jacket, it's not okay for me to not use number 5 up at the top of the jacket because I'm not trying to do color. I'm trying to do value. Inktober is coming up, only a month away. If you're a fan of the ink pens, or if you're not, maybe you're planning on doing Inktober for the first time this year, get your orders in, get your ink pens ready. And you want to make sure that you have all the supplies you need to start on October 1st, right around the corner. And then find your venue. From what I understand, you don't try to hit every Instagram and DeviantArt and Imgur, all those, right? You want to find your venue where you're getting the most feedback and the most enjoyment. I will probably do Inktober here on YouTube, where I'll try to do an ink drawing a day and post it. That will be a challenge. Not only to do the drawing, but to do a video a day. That's not going to be easy. Maybe I'm overcommitting already. I'm going to backpedal. Quick backpedal. I'm doing established characters. I did Swamp Thing, and now I'm doing Question, and I've got a Bizarro one ready to go. I wonder if it's more fun for everybody watching to see my own creations, like Distraction Girl and Cheap Shot. Yeah, they're exactly what you expect. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe I'll take a breather. I do have to get back to doing the strips here in a short order. Get some ideas for some gags I want to do. This drawing is supposed to be about high contrast, and I seem to be jumping around a bit. There's a method to this. There's a method to my madness, but I'm not walking you through very well, am I? In the clothing that is darkest, his jackets, his pants, his hat, I'm not trying to get a lot of contrast. Right? I'll have some value change, but not drastic value change. And especially down low. And in the shirts, his face, I'll have high contrast shift to again draw you into those things. All right, if you like it, you send me the email. First one to send me the email, it's yours. It's yourn. Like the channel, please. Oops, hey, I'm not even on this camera. What the? All that work, and you didn't get to see it all. All right, well, here it is. Here's a final version. If you like it, subscribe. If you want it, send me an email. Check out the link below to see who the character is. That's Q. That's the question. Cheers, all.